Welcome back, everyone. If you're a focused learner gearing up for the CompTIA A Core 1 exam, specifically that new 220-1201 version, you are in the exact right place. Time is ticking, so the whole goal of our explainer today is to completely break down Domain 1 mobile devices. We're going to make these complex enterprise connectivity and hardware concepts super clear so they actually stick in your brain on test day. All right, let's dive right in.
13%. That is the exact chunk Domain 1 makes up on the Core 1 V15 exam. Now, while that percentage might sound a little smaller than in past versions, it actually reflects a massive shift in enterprise IT. We are moving way beyond just swapping out cracked screens. It's all about enterprise-level mobile connectivity and endpoint management now.
Listen to this quote for a second. The rapid decentralization of corporate computing infrastructure has redefined the operational mandate of enterprise technical support professionals. Really think about that reality. You aren't just fixing desktop PCs sitting in gray cubicles anymore. No way. You're managing a completely decentralized remote work endpoint landscape. It's a whole new ballgame.
To get you ready, here's our roadmap. We're covering 1. The modern support paradigm, 2. Mobile device hardware components, 3. Accessories and physical connections, 4. Cellular and wireless networks, 5. Mobile device management, and 6. Synchronization and troubleshooting.
Section 1. The modern support paradigm.
Like I mentioned, the V15 exam has fundamentally shifted. Your actual day-to-day mandate now involves supporting a remote and hybrid workforce. Your focus is heavily on endpoint security and administration, and you've got to ensure those devices sync up properly across all these decentralized networks. Plus, and this is incredibly important for the new exam, you are implementing green IT and ESG policies. That's environmental, social, and governance. Grasping this infrastructure is absolutely critical for your success as a modern tech.
Section 2. Mobile device hardware components.
Let's transition from that big picture right down to the physical hardware layer. Laptops, tablets, smartphones, engineers are dealing with incredible constraints here. Power efficiency, heat, extreme miniaturization. So you've absolutely got to know these specific components for the exam. M2 NVMe SSDs for that massive, super compact storage. Sawed-in modules for memory, which are way smaller than traditional desktop RAM, right? We've also got built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth cards, and those integrated biometric scanners for fast, secure logins. But hey, listen to me on this one. Before you ever touch a single internal component, what is the very first step? Safety first. You must always disconnect the device from power and yank that battery out before attempting any repair. No exceptions.
Now, think about how we actually interact with these screens. This is a classic exam comparison, by the way. A passive stylus, it has zero battery. It literally just conducts the electrical charge from your hand exactly like your finger does. But an active stylus is a whole different beast. It's battery-powered, it actively communicates with the device digitizer, which gives you pressure sensitivity and cool features like electronic erasing. Make sure you've got that distinction locked down.
Section 3. Accessories and physical connections.
How do these mobile endpoints physically connect to everything else? Well, here's a crucial exam trap that catches people off guard all the time. You have to know the difference between a docking station and a port replicator. A docking station basically turns your laptop into a full-blown desktop replacement. It adds extra ports, sure, but it also adds features, and crucially, it charges the device. A port replicator, on the other hand, well, it does exactly what it sounds like, nothing more. It just gives you more connection ports, usually through USB.
And when we talk about wireless connections, NFC is a huge one to know. Near-field communication. This operates over very, very short distances. We're talking literally centimeters here, like tapping two devices together. You're going to see this constantly used for things like secure authentication badges and mobile payments. Think Apple Pay or Google Wallet.
Section 4. Cellular and wireless networks.
In today's decentralized world, you have to support employees wherever they roam globally. When the exam tests you on Bluetooth standards, you're almost certainly going to get a question on ranges. The golden metric to remember here is Class 2, 10 meters. That is the absolute standard for corporate workspace peripherals, your wireless headsets, mice, keyboards, all of that. Just for context, Class 1 is for heavy industrial bridges hitting up to 100 meters, and Class 3 is ultra-low power, literally just a 1-meter range. But seriously, lock that Class 2 10-meter metric into your brain.
Moving over to cellular networks, there's a historical and technical distinction you still need to know because it definitely pops up in troubleshooting. GSM networks use SIM cards. That makes it super easy to just swap devices, and it's completely standardized for global roaming. CDMA, though, that ties the user's identity directly to the actual device hardware. While CDMA is definitely known for really robust rural coverage, especially in the US, it makes switching devices a lot more of a headache.
So, picture this. Your user travels abroad, gets off the plane, and has zero service. What do? They probably just need to update their preferred roaming list, or PRL. This list is basically what tells the phone which local cell towers it's actually allowed to talk to. Here is your quick troubleshooting sequence for that. Open the mobile device settings menu. Select Update PRL or Roaming Update. Wait for the device to connect and download the new tower configs, and finally, restart the device to apply those changes. Easy fix, but you gotta know the steps.
Section 5. Mobile Device Management.
Let's shift gears to the software layer that actually controls all of this hardware and connectivity we've been talking about. This is pretty much the cornerstone of modern corporate IT. So what is mobile device management exactly? It's software that lets IT administrators centrally control, secure, and enforce policies across all mobile endpoints. And it's a total game changer, absolutely vital because of BYOD, bring your own device. MDM lets a company securely manage its data even when that data is living on an employee's personal smartphone. Imagine one of your executives leaves their company tablet in the back of a taxi. Sounds crazy, but honestly, it happens every single day. MDM is the exact thing that saves the company from a massive data breach. It lets you trigger remote locks, totally wipe lost devices over the air, and enforce strict encryption. It basically builds an impenetrable wall between the user's personal apps and your highly sensitive corporate data.
Section 6. Synchronization and Troubleshooting.
This final piece brings the whole shebang together. Synchronization is awesome, right? But man, it eats up data like crazy. A super common help desk ticket is an employee totally blowing past their cellular data cap because their phone decided to sync a massive batch of files. To stop this from happening, you want to implement these exact strategies. Monitor data usage closely. Set hard data limits and warnings. Limit background app data. Turn off those automatic downloads. And honestly, the best fix? Configure the device so it only ever syncs when connected to a Wi-Fi network.
To wrap things up, let's bring it back to the physical hardware realities of troubleshooting. When a user comes to you and says their phone won't charge, before you go nuclear and do a factory reset, check the physical port for debris. Lint in the charging port is unbelievably common. Also, just try swapping in a different known good cable. Oh, and if a user hands you a smartphone and the case is literally bulging or popping open, in IT we playfully call that a spicy pillow, but it is no joke. It's a swollen battery. Unplug that thing immediately and handle it safely because it is a massive fire hazard.
All right, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a provocative thought to chew on. As the perimeter of the corporate network completely disappears, how will you secure the next generation of mobile endpoints? Think about it. Because this isn't just about passing your 220-1201 exam, this is the reality of the IT career you're stepping into. I really hope this breakdown has left you energized, focused, and totally ready to dominate Domain 1. Keep up the studying, rely on the logic we built today, and I will catch you in the next explainer.